beautiful beings. I hope you're having a wonderful time of day. Today, we are going to be talking about the energy crisis. What is the energy crisis? Basically, the demand for more energy is greater than the supply, aka bottleneck effect. Now, if you didn't know, the United States primarily uses nuclear energy and natural gases to basically run this country. Here in the US, there are 93 operating nuclear power plants. And this is what they look like. This is what's running them. That is uranium. Now, I'm not a chemist or scientist whatsoever, but I know that is radioactive. And way we found out is in the early 1800s, it was used as photo tinting and for coloration on glass and ceramic. The way that you knew uranium was used for these items is if you shine like a UV light or, I don't know, some sort of lighting on it and it would glow. Now, if you live within a 10-mile radius of a nuclear power plant, you are definitely going to be feeling the effects of radioactive sickness. And if something was to happen to this nuclear plant and you are within a 50-mile radius, you will either be dead, have short-term effects of radioactive sickness, or long-term effects. Now, when I say short-term, it doesn't mean that, you get sick and you get better. No, you get sick and you die. That's scary. Now, why are we using this for power? I have no idea. Weird. We recalled it for, glass and ceramics, but we bring it back to power our homes. I don't know, man. But that's weird. Now, natural gases, those resources are also diminishing. We've been mining natural gases forever, and these fossil fuels are not only contributing to carbonization in the climate, we're also running low on these resources. We're mining the crap out of it. And who knows, like, we may not have these resources in the next, 10, 15, 20 years if the population keeps increasing. The demand for more energy gets beyond greater than the supply, where it just completely diminishes it. Now, this can be easily solved with renewable energy such as solar, water, or wind, but it is too expensive for the United States to invest into transferring to renewable energy. It's completely possible to abruptly switch energy resources. It's possible, but it will cost trillions of dollars. If the United States knew how to properly regulate money, we may be able to switch over to renewable energy. But since they don't, the Bank for National Settlements reported $70 trillion unaccounted for. Now, it doesn't mean that the money is just missing. Like, it definitely could have been invested into the illegal drug, alcohol, or trafficking. But it's also, if you watched my diminishing of the United States dollar video, it's also being invested into other markets such as the Asian and European markets because they're developing better. The United States, first world country, isn't doing too hot. Let's be honest. Now, we are completely aware of this issue, the lack of funds to support renewable energy switch, and the fact that it is getting, because of climate change, it is getting hotter in certain places, it's getting cooler in certain places, and with that comes a rise of energy cost, and it's primarily affecting the lower and middle class citizens, basically 80% of the United States population. People who work 9-to-5 jobs, or people who live paycheck to paycheck, right? putting more money into bills than they can themselves. This is disappointing. As I mentioned, the United States is aware of this issue and has responded on a global level. Now, I apologize if I butcher this last name. Uh, Joseph Majkut, director of the Energy Security and Climate Change Program, as well as the individuals who work under him, responded on the United States' behalf on what they're going to do to resolve this issue. If you read what I read, it was completely underwhelming. Now, these speeches were given on April 26th, 2022, and essentially, the United States is wanting to preserve the current energy process. They want to keep the nuclear power plants and the natural gases. They don't want to change up the energy strategy like everyone else's. They want to continue to contribute to climate change and the health issues of the United States American people. When Majkut and his team came to Congress in early 22 and advised them of this issue, they have been deliberating on whether we should convert to renewable energy or not since early 2022. We're almost at the end of 2023, and they still have not made a decision. You would think, knowing what we know, and them claiming that they want to help with decarbonization, that the answer should be a no-brainer, right? Well, with that being said, this is the end of my video. If you have any comments or would like to contribute anything or have any additional information that I may not know, definitely comment below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. Now, keep in mind, this is an open and free space. Don't keep it in. Let's talk about it.